then it was the last game with the Mavericks and the Jazz. I didn't watch the game, but I know what happened in the end.
Mike Conley put on a disaster class for the entire series. I was like, dude. Then he lost the game pretty much by traveling. I was like, oh goodness.
I know it was a close
You
game.
are a. How many years has Mike Conley been? Like 12 years.
Yep.
Like a 12-year vet, and you traveling in the crunch time. He literally was like, okay, I'm going to the paint, and then like his brain shut off. Like, dang, what am I doing? And shame on Donovan Mitchell. You pass the ball up. You gotta be. If you're the guy, you gotta go down there and get a bucket for your team. If you're the guy, you gotta take it like, no, everyone clear out. This is me right here. Yeah. Or you try to set up and find an open guy for the shot. And speaking of open guy for the shot. Bojan Bogdanovic, oh my goodness. That was the easiest three-pointer you'll probably ever take with the game winding down in 5 seconds. Literally wide open, and he bricked it. I was like, oh goodness.
Wow.
It was bad. Right, left wing, got the pump fake on. I don't remember who. It might have been Dorian Finney-Smith or Reggie Bullock. Wide open, warm-up jumper, I'm telling you. By the time he released the ball, he still like a whole second left, and it bricked. I was like, oh goodness.
What this series showed
the Jazz need to. They might need to blow it up. I ain't gonna lie.
What this series showed me is that Donovan Mitchell, you can't win a championship with Donovan Mitchell as your best player, and he needs to improve. Like, let's be real.
Especially defensively.
Let's be real here. Donovan Mitchell, after his second season, has he really improved that much? Like, let's be honest.
After that bubble performance,
he's really haven't really improved that much. Like let's be real, because I mean, he's nice. Like, he's an all-star. He's a solid all-star. I'll give you that. But for him to be that superstar player, he has to help his teammates. He has to not just get his, but also make it easier for his other teammates.
See, Donovan Mitchell is falling into that Bradley Beal category, where they put up numbers, but they don't really show up the most when you need them, and they don't play defense.
Yep, correct.
It's literally the same thing. I watch Donovan Mitchell, and I'm a Wizards fan. So I watch Donovan Mitchell, I'm like, this is like watching Bradley Beal. They're going to get you, but sometimes they on, sometimes they off. And when it's off, it's horrible.
He's a shot
When
chugger.
Bradley Beal and Donovan Mitchell are off, it's like, oh my goodness. Like, you might as well take them off the floor.
You like, man, are these one of the worst?
The only thing that be saving them when they're off is gravity.
Yep.
Because they could start hitting shots. But other than that, they're literally net negative on the floor if they're not scoring consistently.
Yeah, and it's hilarious to me, like, these NBA like media people trying to say, like, oh, Donovan Mitchell, he's not a bad defender. No, he's a bad defender. You guys don't watch enough Jazz games to understand. It's because of Rudy Gobert be hiding him. Like, he be masking all of the defensive woes of the Utah Jazz. That's why Rudy Gobert is always in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year, because he's that valuable when it comes to defense. Because, listen, Royce O'Neal, in the past, we thought, oh, he's a good defender. No, he's not. Donovan Mitchell, no, he's not. Mike Conley is up in age. Bojan Bogdanovic, we already know he's food. Like,
he used to be a good defender, which was crazy. I don't know why he's just stopped playing defense all of a sudden.
We already know about him. All these guys. Oh, Jordan Clarkson. We already know about
Jordan
him.
Clarkson. He's literally he's like Lou Will, just taller. No defense, just buckets.
He's food. Yeah, all these guys are just food except Rudy Gobert and
Daniel House sometimes.
Yeah, Daniel House, but it was just magnified. Like,
Mike Conley, food. Wasn't even producing on the offensive end either. I don't know what he was out there for.
Yeah, I don't
shooting tour dates in the playoffs.
I don't want to hear any more. Oh, Donovan Mitchell is a solid defender. No, he's not. Like, just watch the games and you'll see, because he's getting cooked by Jalen Brunson, getting outscored by Jalen Brunson.
I told you about Jalen Brunson. You ain't believe me. I told you Jalen Brunson was him.
Well, you saw I put the title on the video, right?
Yeah.
You let Jalen Brunson outscore you, like, in the fourth quarter of all things. Yeah, but
I told y'all Jalen Brunson was him. I knew he was going to step up. Even when Luka came back, he still had 24.
But let's